The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is the trending camera. A lot of people are alleging that there is a DJI Osmo Pocket 4 on the horizon, but the brand has confirmed that apparently that is not the case. So I want to get into a few reasons why you need to make sure you're fully aware of what you're getting yourselves into. So first and foremost, it's a very fragile camera. Like, you can see almost immediately that this gimbal, it moves. You see what I'm saying? It tracks. However, that is probably the hardest part about this camera. So it does give you the option to kind of change where the gimbal is positioned. However, it is kind of hard. It's not like just using your regular camera and scanning left to right. Outside of that, another thing that's very fragile is actually this part. A lot of people allege and assume that this is the only way to cut it on, but there is actually a power button here that you have the ability to use to cut it on and off, and it will auto shut off if you leave it on for too long. Y'all see all the junk in the back. It also has this little gimbal that you're able to kind of move, and that's a zoom in zoom out feature. Additionally, I got the creator combo pack. So this little piece comes off, and that's like a tripod stand, right? And then this is the additional charger. It's like a power pack that comes with it. So this is actually the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 standalone. I'm almost always have this on there. You do have the option to zoom in, zoom out with one tap of a button, and then you have the option to turn the gimbal. And yes, y'all, I dropped mine, but it didn't break. So it is a little durable. Just keep that in mind. And the other thing that a lot of people are kind of getting into is the color grading. Now, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, when I got this vanity light on, or when I have on my ring light and stuff like that on, I actually like the lighting. So when I turned the D-Log setting on, I didn't really like that. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm noticing that all of these different settings, I think they help you to get that more cinematic movie look, and that is something that I'm going to get into, and I think it's going to be a series that I start after Christmas. Beyond that, I feel like the one thing that a lot of people don't take advantage of with this particular camera is that you can take pictures. I actually don't take pictures on this camera. I take pictures on my phone. And now I have an iPhone 17 Pro, which I'm recording on right now. So I don't really take pictures on here, but that's also the other thing. I think what I want to try to do is maximize the use of this, because I know that the demand for this camera is at an all-time high. And I see that the discussions around the usage of this camera are trending. And so I want to get on the trend, but I also want it to be realistic. Outside of that, the other thing that could be an issue for some people is that once you have all these videos on here, so yeah, you can connect it with a cord, but you can also transfer them through Bluetooth, and that is time consuming. Yes, there's an app that you can put on your phone and then it'll automatically download it, but while you're doing that, you actually can't do anything else on your phone. And if you're somebody like me that batch records, I can have 10-12 videos that I need to transfer over, and to me that's a hindrance sometimes in me actually charging my phone, or not charging my phone, editing the content. And sometimes I feel like that's why this goes dead so fast, and it is one that stays charged. Now, if you have a large enough purse or bag that you're traveling around with, honestly, this camera is amazing for that on the go content. So when I'm traveling and I'm walking through the city, catching all the views and stuff like that, I like to have this one because it gives that natural flow. Now, I have the Ray-Ban Meta glasses as well, and honestly, it is very hard to give real life views when you're looking around, because the same way that you look around with your eyes, it really don't feel like you going that fast. But when you got the glasses on, it's like you sending them through vertigo or whatever like that. So keep that in mind. This is also really good for I'm moving around, I'm going this way, I'm going that. I love how that content looks, and I have gotten my best content doing that. Still shots where you're trying to get the aerial view of it, amazing. And in addition to that, I like that you can turn it this way, facing you, and you can still get the same view and not have to flip the mirror. So if that's something you're interested in, you can also do that. Of course, this also came with the microphone, and I always be forgetting to use the microphone, but the sound quality without the microphone is still good. However, I feel like the microphone helps to kind of muffle out some of that background noise. It is not noise canceling though, I don't think, at least. It might be. If you know if it's noise canceling, say that in the comments below, because I don't really know that. But if you're considering getting this camera and you're willing to like learn a few things, and you also want to like elevate your content a little bit, I could be honest with you, this camera did that for me. Yes, I have the Canon G7 II Mark, or Mark G7 II, however you name it. I prefer that for YouTube videos. I don't prefer that for a lot of my like moving, talking face content. I prefer this. So if you're somebody that likes to have a bunch of devices and you willing to splurge, I linked it down below. They got it on sale right now. It's not the $1,000 that we used to seeing. Hurry up and get it, okay?